So anyway, let's go back to recording here. And we'll knock the camera off. But anyway, it's a basic utility knife, really, or it could be a combat knife if you want to use it for that. But survival knives are utility knives. They're going to process food, cut through it, and cut through things with stalks on them, and you're gonna make fire with them. You're gonna use them cut up from firewood, I'm sure. Make you some feather sticks for fire and that kind of stuff. That's what you need them to do. Now, some people like to get on the YouTube videos and need to beat them up with sticks and hammers and that kind of shit, just to show that either they're tough or they're not, But it's like anything will break if you put it through enough stress. Even the best and most expensive of knives will break. Just like cars. You can spend a lot of money on cars and they're gonna break too. So it just depends on what you want to do with them, But I really like this way this knife feels. Matter of fact, it feels so good when you use it, and it carries so well. Makes me want to buy the real one. So I guess maybe this Chinese company just done Tops a favor by copying it well enough to where you're like, hey, I might want the real deal, made with better steel, because it takes an edge. It took an edge and everything. But you still ain't razor sharp. Of course, razor sharp's only needed for, very fine, delicate work. I'm kind of a Neanderthal. I don't do very much anything delicately, But it's a decent knife for the, it's $20. I've been less than that, and they did a pretty good job copying it, including all the engravings and markings that they put on them. That's kind of cheesy. They should do, to copy it, but don't mark it. Don't put their name on it. You stole it from them. Don't put their name on it and try to pawn it off as legit. Just copy it and make your own version of the knife, and kind of like people that copy them Gen 3 Glocks. See if you can maybe you can make a version that's better and cheaper. That would be the goal if you want to really be successful in copying somebody else's stuff, and make it better and make it cheaper. I don't know that they made it better. They made it cheaper, that's for sure, but China can do that. Child labor and all that stuff over there. I don't believe I want to live in China. Anyway, there you go. It cuts up the produce pretty good. And like I say, we worked on that edge a little bit, and it's a little sharper. Still got a little burr, I think, somewhere, right in there somewhere. It still could use a little bit more work. Yeah. There's a little bit of a burr somewhere right in there. We'll get rid of that. But it's sharper. It's getting there. We'll work on it some more. I'm not the best knife sharper in the world, so we got a little more to do, and to make it razor sharp. I think it'll get razor sharp. Now, question, of course, will remain: how long will it stay sharp? I don't know. We'll get razor sharp. We'll make another video of the Chinese copy of the Brakimo. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know, but we'll get another video when we get razor sharp. We could see if we can make some feather sticks. Yeah, you can. This is a hard piece of 2x4. You can make some out of it. It don't bite in there. Well, it bites pretty good. My table collapsed if I put too much pressure on it. Have to reinforce that, but you can do. You can make it work. It'll work. It'll work in the woods for you. I don't know. I think the handles are probably not as well made. I know those liners I think they're plastic and everything. But it's a good knife. It looks good. It feels good in the hand. It carries well. And it chops up my produce pretty good. And that goat's going to get to enjoy that in a minute. Anyway, we're out, YouTube. But we'll post some more follow-up on the Chinese copy of the Brakimo. Tops Brakimo. And if I'm not saying that correctly, just correct me. I know there's somebody out there sitting in their lazy boy chair that knows how to say it correctly. Anyway, that's another video, YouTube. I'll put it up in one day. Bye.